Hi everyone, I'm Jacy from Craft Life, and I'm here today to teach you how to make the duct tape over the top hair bow. With this tutorial, you can make mini flowers, and you can make them any size you want. The supplies you'll need to make these are, of course, duct tape, and I'm using 4 colors, but you can use as many as you want. You will need something to cut your duct tape with. Today I'm using an X-Acto knife, but you can use scissors. You will need something to glue your duct tape together with. I'm using a glue gun, but you can use tape. And if you want to add a clip to your hair bow or a pin, you'll need a clip or a pin. And if you want a pretty center with a button in it, you'll need some sort of button like these. Please get your supplies and get ready for step 1. I forgot to mention that I am using a self-healing mat because I'm using an X-Acto knife, and I find it's really easy just to go down and cut strips on my self-healing mat. If you do not have one of these, you can use scissors. Today I'm going to show you how to make this bow. And if you want to make this bow with me, you're going to need 8 12-inch strips of duct tape. And if you want to make this tiny little bow, you will only need 2 strips of duct tape in any colors you would like. All of these will be 12 inches though. And you can use any colors you would like, however many colors you would like. But since I'm using 4 colors, I'm using 2 strips of each color, all the way down. And one more thing that you will need is a 4-inch strip. Once you cut this 4-inch strip, you're going to cut 14 1/4-inch strips inside. I'm using an X-Acto knife, so you're just going to go down and cut 1/4 strips. I already have mine cut, but once you cut 14 of these, you're going to go down the middle, slightly under the middle, and cut straight across. And once you finish that, you're going to cut the bottom in half, straight across, just like that. Please finish your strips and you're ready for step 2. This is step 2. Please make sure you have cut 8 12-inch strips. And if you're making a small one, you will only need 2. And if you want to use a ruler, you can. I didn't use one, but it will be easier to cut strips. Now let's begin. We're going to start by taking our first one, pull this up, and turn it over so that the sticky side is facing up. Now we're going to grab both ends, and we're just going to fold this piece in half. Now press down the middle and fold it down on the creases. Now, once you do this, you're going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut all the way down the middle. Your sides don't have to be perfect, but try to make them as great as you can. Now, put these to the side and do your next strip. You're going to take it, pull it up so that the sticky side is facing up, and we're going to fold it in half. So, take each end and fold it down in half. Press down the center and fold down the creases. Now, once you do this, you're going to take your scissors and cut down the middle. If you're making this a hair bow, You might want to cut off any sticky edges that you have because this is going in your hair. So now, please continue to fold your strips in half for all of these and cut each strip that is folded in half. So please finish yours and I'll be right back. Make sure you have all your strips cut, and for this step we will only need 4. I'm using one of each color, but you can use whatever colors you want. So you can just put the rest aside. Now, for our first strips, we want to cut every single one into 6 inches. I'm using my X-Acto knife, but you can use scissors. So I'm going to start at the 0 and go to the 6, and I'm just going to go and slice it down the middle. Now, if it works easier for you, you can use scissors and just cut it down the middle. And now I have 2 6-inch strips. You're just going to put one aside, and you can use that for another tiny bow or another one of these bows. Now we're going to continue the rest of these. Start at the 0, go to the 6, and cut it in half. Now, take one, put it down, and put the rest aside. Now, another easy way you can do this, since we're cutting it into 6, we're going to just fold it in half and cut the middle. Put one down and put the other aside. And now for this one, fold it in half. And remember, your strips do not have to be perfect. Put one down and the rest aside. Now that we have our 6-inch strips, we're going to make a tiny bow. To start, you're going to take your first color. I'm going to be using this one. And you're just going to fold it in half. Make sure you have a clean crease right here so that you can see it from this side. You're going to take one of your small pieces, your little squares, place each side into the middle, but leave a tiny space for the square to go. Like that. Now take your square. Make sure you have a tiny space in between it and lay your square down. Just like that. Now for your next one, you're just going to take your next color, fold it in half, make that crease, and now open it up and place this onto the middle. Take your longer strip, and we want to connect these two. So place it on this side, stretch over the middle, and back on to the blue. And now we're going to take a tiny square and get it ready, because we're going to fold both of these sides into the middle. Fold one in the middle and fold the other into the middle. Now take your tiny square and place it down. Make sure you left a little bit of room in between to place it down. Now that we have this, we're just going to take your next color, fold it in half, make that crease, and place it on diagonal. So this one's diagonal from that. And we're going to take a long strip and connect it. So place it on that end and go into the center. Now we need 2 long strips for the diagonal ones. And go through the other side, like that. Now you're going to take your small piece, get it ready, fold both sides into the middle, and place your small piece down. Now we need one more, so fold your last piece in half, make that crease, and place the rest of your flower down. We're going to need 2 strips this time. Place one down. Place one down like this, and take another one and place it down like that. And now fold each side into the middle. Take a small square and place it in the center. Now you can leave it like this as your small bow. And to top it off on this end, you're just going to take another one of your long pieces and place it down to connect it in the back. Now I'm going to flip mine around because I like the side better. And you can just be done if you're just making a small one. And place your button in the center and you're done. But I'm making this bow, and once you finish this, we are ready to move on to our next flower. I just cut another 4 of my strips into 8 inches, and with the 4-inch strips remaining, you can just put these to the side for another bow. Now, please cut yours to 8 inches too, and you can pause the video and press play when you are ready. Now I'm going to get started right away. You're going to take this strip, do the same thing that we did before, fold it in half, make the crease in the middle, open it up to find your crease, and you're going to fold both sides into the middle, but leave a tiny space for one of these strips. You're going to take the smaller square and place it in the center. Place that down. And now you're going to take your next color, fold it in half, and do the same thing that we did for the other side, for the other bow. Place this down in the middle. Take one of your longer strips and place this down the center to connect them. Now fold each side into the middle. Take a square and place it in the middle. Now we're going to take our next color, fold this in half, and put this on a diagonal. Now take 2 strips, take one, place it down here, and take your next one and place it down here. Now fold each side into the middle and take one of your squares, your smaller squares, place it in the middle. Now take your last color, fold this in half, and do your last one. Place it down, take 2 strips, and now place each side into the middle. Now take your smaller square and place this in the middle. Now we have just made our second bow. Now we're going to make our next bow. I just cut another 4 of my strips into 10 inches. I'm not going to be using the extra 2 inches. you can put them to the side or throw them away. And for these, you can just cut these and pause the video and press play when you are ready. So I'm going to start and do the same thing that we have done for these two bows. And we're going to fold this piece in half, make the crease, open it up, place each side into the center, but leave a tiny space in the center for our square. Take a square and straighten this out and place your square down. Now, after this, we're going to take your next color, fold this in half, make that crease, place this down on top of it. Now, I ran out of these. I only have 3 left, and I'm going to use those for my diagonals. So I'm going to use small ones and place 2 small ones on each side. Now I'm just going to fold each side into the middle. Hold these down and take another square and place this down. Now I'm going to take my next color, fold this in half, and put this at the diagonal. Now I'm going to use my longer strips. So place this in the middle. Use your longer strips that you have left. Place these down on both sides. And if you don't have any long strips left, you can just use the tiny strips. Fold both sides into the middle. Take one of our tiny strips and place this down. Now take your last one, fold it in half. Place this into the middle. I'm going to use my last long strip and one small to cover this. And now fold both sides into the middle. Take a small strip and place it in the middle. Now you're going to take another one and place this down. You want it to have a clean look here. And now we're just going to add our finishing touches to these. I'll be right back. Before we start, please cut 3/4-inch strips, and please gather all your supplies that you will be using. And if you are using a button, please get your button ready. And if you are using a glue gun, please get your glue gun ready. So, we're going to finish our bow, and to do this, we're going to take our small bow and our medium bow, put them together so that all the colors line up. So blue's touching blue, white's touching white, and all you're going to do is give it a slight turn it around, and then stop when your colors are no longer, like this one used to be here, and this one used to be here, but I turn them so that no colors are the same that are touching. And now I'm going to take my glue, lift this up, and pour glue under it. And then place it back down. Hold this down and get your next one ready. Put color on color from our medium bow and our large bow. Don't worry about the top bow now. And we're just going to turn it like that. And you can just glue it right down. And if you want to use tape instead of glue, you can fold over pieces of tape and glue them together. And tape them together, I'm sorry. And place these down. Just like that. Now I'm adding a button. They're stuck together. I'm adding a button, and so I'm going to glue my bottom one down first. So take your glue, put it on, and put this on. Now I'm going to add my next my button. And place this down. You can use however many buttons you want. I am just using 2. And once you finish that, you can add anything else. And make sure you finish this, and then we can add our clip. So put everything to the side. We're going to turn our bow over. Open up your clip. Take one of your strips. Place your strip down inside it. And depending on how you want your bow to sit, you can move it upward like this and place it down. And just to be safe, I like to do 3. But I'm placing them down in different spots. And to be extra secure, you can add a 3rd one on if you want. But I'm going to do a 3rd one. And once everything is finished, your bow is done. This is what it looks like when it's done. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. These make great gifts for your friends, and they look great clipped on purses. So you can even make these for your Valentines. And if you make some, I'd love to see them. So please tag me in a photo on Instagram. My Instagram name is CraftLifeUSA. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks for watching. Bye!